Everybody, what's up? So I wanted to make this video because in the past I've had people suggest format changes to the channel. Oh, you should keep your channel this way. You should talk about this or that or whatever. And one of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be trying a different camera, posting like a couple of experimental videos just to see what people think of them, just to get some feedback. And the reason why I don't want to change the format in regards to, talking about one thing and one thing only, and I know people who do that, but it's not for me. I just want to talk about whatever I want to, like a lot of people I know do. And it's kind of weird. There was like a video game related video that I did where I talked about Nintendo World's Power Books, like the original eight, and I have a couple of cards that were on there that give you like piece or whatever. That's actually one of the things about some of those books. It's like, here, do this, do this. It really didn't go over very well, but I've got a couple of video game book related things that I do want to talk about that I've read. So I may post those if people are interested. But ultimately, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, hey, you know, you're not talking about, well, we want you to talk about, well, yeah, but you have to give creators a chance to actually go back and forth. It's like I watch people that play, games I've never heard of, or even if I may not be interested in them, I still may read stuff about them just to see what it's about, just in case I might change my mind. Um, I know people talk about like movies that I've never heard of that I might be interested in, like, different things like that. So really, we're going to keep an eye on those out for those things. I'm going to be making a video talking about my final thoughts on Vampire Survivors and the pros and cons of the game. I'm going to be trying, a couple movie-based things, no books. We're not, unless it's the video game related books. One of the books that I really want to talk about is the person who wrote the book talks about working as a strategy guide creator. And I thought that was really cool. There's one other one. I'm trying to think of what it was, but I have to go back and look for it because I read so much sometimes that it's kind of difficult too. I'm also going to talk about why I don't want to upgrade, to different consoles, stuff like that. So it's just going to be those things. The other reason I don't really want to change my format is if things work out the way I want it to, I'm going to be bringing Bob with Eddie. If you've not really seen those videos, they're both Boglins who Bob is abusive towards everybody almost. I like making those videos. They're fun. They're just a change of pace. And one of the things that I've learned really from filming where I'm at right now is that I can't do things the way I used to in the other place. So trying those changes really will help. Um, I think this is the one, like a mini camcorder that has a microphone on it. I really want to try this is this the one? Yes, this is the one. To where, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Sorry. So maybe I can actually, like, if I want to film some gameplay, if I'm playing something on the TV, just to kind of like show people what I'm doing. Because the other problem is trying to film with my phone. For some reason, it wants to do things as shorts rather than an actual video. I don't like that, so I want to make that change. Uh, the other thing is there's just like a few more other things that I want to do. So ultimately, it's going to take some time. It really will. Um, yeah, that's all I'm really going to say. The other thing is kind of like one of those things that I really don't want to talk about. Um, and the other thing is like, especially like playing on my Switch, I can't see it right now. The Cat Quest collection. I want to play number three. Can't film that because I don't use the dock on the TV. to show anything. So I just don't like doing that. I don't know what it is. I just prefer playing handheld mode. I think because it's a handheld system, I love handhelds. That's part of the reason. I did for my PS4 get some games that I played on the Vita. Also, there are a little bit older games that I liked, but I really want to play on a big screen like Dragon's Crown. And no, I don't play as the big-breasted sorceress. If any of you want to do that, you can, but she's not my style as a character, especially because of the fact that I don't need somebody looking at the TV going, "Look at you being a pervert and playing as her." Well, I'm a pervert already. Just kidding. I'm a pervert. Um, but yeah, it's just one of those things. Well, I actually don't want somebody walking in the room and saying that. Uh, I've got, games I want to play, and it's just a different experience. I've also got a lot of things that, I'm trying to get taken care of elsewhere. Just trying to get some things rearranged so I can have things set up the way I want them to. So yeah, it's just going to take a little bit of time, especially with the camera. I don't know. I've actually got a new microphone coming to try as an experiment, whether I can, film, like if I have to film in my car for certain things, just like hook it up to here. I also did, I'm not sure about it. I'm just going to let people know. I did get a dual-sided clip-on light with camera mount for phones, tablets, computers, and cameras. The reason I wanted to get that one is sometimes the light in here can get a little bit iffy, or if I want to film in another room, like if I'm doing something, but there's not enough light, obviously I have that. I did try it, it didn't work out. So that's just another thing. Otherwise, format wise, other than those, everything's going to stay the same. I appreciate the suggestions. One person said, I should try being history only, and talking about it. Unfortunately, some of the stuff they wanted me to talk about, which I would have no problem just doing like a one-off. Some of the stuff is really long books in that right now I can't get to. I do have them, but it's just a matter of finding the time as well right now to read it. Sorry, excuse me, read them and have a chance to sit down and make a video because sometimes, as people know, I do have to create a backlog just to be on the safe side because of my health problems. So it's just dealing with that as well as another thing. It just takes time. And hopefully, when I have the chance, probably this weekend, I'm not sure yet, I will be working on those. I will be testing out the video camera in terms of actually creating videos where I can film from the TV. I'm just kind of uncertain about that because I've heard people say that they've had problems. So we'll see. If it takes me a little bit longer, hey, I appreciate, if people would, like I said, watch them, let me know. And that's about it. I'm sorry, I really don't have anything else to talk about. I'm just really busy today. This is the only chance I've actually had to film. And so I will work on things as soon as possible. I do have a couple of video ideas. Not the history stuff, I promise. One of the other ones I can remember is staying retro only. I don't want to do that. Staying retro only defeats the purpose of who I am. And I do like retro games, but I also like a lot of newer games from there. And so it's kind of a split thing. I do have Final Fantasy Tactics for the original Switch set up. It's at the end of the month to come in. I'm sorry, pre-ordering that so I can get it. And I'm going to be talking about another game as well, pre-order wise, that ticked me off. So look for that as well. Talk to y'all later. Take care.